Hello everyone and welcome to the Daily Morning Podcast. So firstly, let's see how Indian markets closed in last week. So on Friday, Indian benchmark indices ended lower despite a strong start with profit booking dragging Nifty 50 index by 172 points. So that led to a decline of about 0.8% in Nifty 50 and the index settled at 22,475 levels. Sensex also saw a decline of about 0.98% and settled at 73,878 levels on Friday. The broader markets performed better than the benchmarks with losses of 0.4 to 0.5% on Friday. On a weekly basis, the frontline indices registered gains of 0.2% each. Talking about the top 5 gainers and losers of Nifty 50, then top 5 gainers on the day of Friday were Coal India, Grasim, ONGC, Apollo Hospitals and Hindalco, while top 5 losers of Nifty 50 index were L&T, Maruti, Nestle India, Reliance Industries and Bharti Airtel. Taking a check on the sectoral performance of BSE, then BSE Metal and Healthcare Index were the top gainers on Friday. As BSE Metal gained about 0.8% and BSE Healthcare was up by 0.2%. Major losses were seen in the sectors like BSE Services, Realty and Telecommunication. The BSE Telecommunication Index was down by 1.4%, Realty was down by 1.1% and BSE Services Index was also down by 1%. Also, BSE Power, Commodities, Energy, Financial Services and Auto and IT indices also closed on the lower side on Friday. About 147 stocks have scaled 52-week highs on Friday, which included names like ABB, Ashok Leyland, Biocon, Cummins India, Hindustan Zinc, NTPC, ONGC, etc. And about 12 stocks made 52-week low, which included names like Kotak Mahindra Bank. Taking a look on the overall market breadth, then there were about 1,421 stocks that advanced on Friday and about 2,411 stocks saw decline. On the fund flow side, both FIDIs were the net buyers to the tune of 691 crore rupees, while FIIs were the net sellers to the tune of 2,392 crore rupees on Friday in the cash market. Now moving on to the global market cues for today, the global cues look supportive as the US market closed sharply higher on Friday amid softer US payroll data, as the US non-farm payroll data for the April month came in at 1.75 lakh against the expectations of 2.43 lakh. So the treasury yield also witnessed a dip below 4.6%. So if you look into the major indices closing on Friday, so Nasdaq gained close to 2%, S&P 500 was up by 1.2% and Dow was also up by 1.1%. The Asian markets are trading relatively higher at present, while US futures are showing an uptick. So we can expect a green start for our market today. So firstly, let's now move on to the stocks which have declared their quarterly results. So Britannia Industries has reported its March quarter numbers, where the revenue of the company has increased marginally by 1.1% year on year at Rs 4,069 crores. EBITDA has decreased 1.7% year on year at Rs 787 crores. Margin is also down 55 basis points year on year at 19.4%. Net profit has declined 3.8% year on year to Rs 537 crores. So results are slightly lower than the estimates. So the reaction on Britannia Industries is likely to be neutral. Tata Technologies Q4 revenue has increased 0.9% on a sequential basis at Rs 1,301 crores. Earnings before interest and tax is up by 0.8% quarter on quarter at 211 crore rupees. However, EBIT margin is down by 2 basis points year on year, quarter on quarter at 16.2%. Net profit is down 7.6% quarter on quarter at Rs 157 crores. So Tata Tech has also reported numbers which are slightly below the estimates. So the stock might see some correction in today's trade. Titan's Q4 revenue has grown 20.6% year on year to Rs 12,494 crores. EBITDA has increased 9.4% year on year at Rs 1,191 crores. However, the margin is down by 97 basis points year on year at 9.5%. Net profit has increased 4.8% year on year to 771 crore rupees. So results are slightly lower than the consensus estimates, but overall the numbers are quite decent for Titan. If we take a look into the management commentary post the earnings, then the company is basically witnessing competitive pressures, and in order to offset that, the company has increased its customer offers, and because of that, to some extent the margins have got impacted. And going forward also, like in the first quarter of FY25, also the management has highlighted that the margin pressure is going to continue. So the stock may see some correction in today's trade, as the outlook for the upcoming quarter is slightly on the weaker side. Another company, Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals, has also declared its numbers. The Q4 revenue has grown 2.9% quarter on quarter at rupees 25,329 crores. EBITDA has gone up 100.9% year on year to rupees 2,330 crores. EBITDA margin is also up by 449 basis points quarter on quarter at 9.2%. Net profit is up 190.4% quarter on quarter. So overall, Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals has reported strong set of results. Inox Wind's Q4 revenue has gone up 177% year on year. The company has reported an EBITDA profit of 102 crores versus an EBITDA loss of 30.9 crores in the corresponding quarter of last year. Margins have stood at 19.4% year on year. It has also reported a net profit of Rs 36.7 crores against a net loss of 119 crores in Q4 of FY23. So overall decent set of numbers from Inox Wind. Carborundum Universal's Q4 revenue has increased marginally by 0.1% year on year. EBITDA is up by 10% year on year, and while the net profit is down by 4.2% year on year. The EBITDA margin has increased 156 basis points year on year at 17.4%. So overall, decent set of numbers from Carborundum Universal. Godrej Properties has also reported its numbers. The revenue and EBITDA has dropped 13.4% and 64.5% year on year respectively, while PAT has shown a growth of 5.3% on a year on year basis. The top line has came better than estimates. However, profits are lower than estimations. But overall, the company has a robust launch pipeline for FY25, and also there is going to be a reduction in the company has already made a reduction in net debt of rupees 700 crores in the fourth quarter, and the continued upward trajectory of sales and cash collection is expected to boost company's top line and bottom line in FY25. So overall, Godrej Properties can see some neutral to marginally positive reaction. Apart from that, some key earnings which will be declared in today's trade and which can be in focus for today are Godrej Consumer Products, CG Power and Industrial Solutions, Lupin Limited, Indian Bank, Marico, Gujarat Gas, Gujarat Fluorochemicals, Grindwell Norton, Happiest Minds Technologies, Arvind, and Cartrade Tech Limited. Some other stocks which can also be in focus due to the news are, first one is Dr. Reddy's. The company has announced the launch of doxycycline capsules in US, so that's neutral to positive for Dr. Reddy's in short term. Vodafone Idea will focus on expanding 4G in 17 priority cycles to improve competitiveness, so that's neutral to marginally positive for Vodafone Idea. Aurobindo Pharma is also in news as US FDA has inspected Unit 2 of the company's ARMS Rajasthan facility from April 25 to 3rd May and has closed with 7 observations, so that can lead to a slightly negative reaction in Aurobindo Pharma. Adani Energy's arm, Adani Electricity Mumbai, has completed the acquisition of a 100% stake in Pointli projects, so neutral for Adani Energy in short term. Goa Carbon has temporarily shut down operations at the Odisha plant for maintenance purposes, so that will be a neutral news for Goa Carbon. DCM Shriram has commissioned its caustic soda expansion project in Gujarat. With this commissioning, Bharuch complex will be the single largest caustic soda complex in the country, thereby driving economies of scale. So it will be a positive for DCM Shriram in short to medium term. Now, in terms of the IPO offering, so today the IPO of Indigen India will open for bidding. The price band for this IPO is set from 430 to rupees 452 per share, and the total IPO size is 1,842 crores. On the block deal side, in case of Gravita India, Abu Dhabi Investment Authority Monsoon has bought 7.5 lakh shares, which is about 1.1%, while Rajat Agarwal has sold 7.5 lakh shares against that. That is also 1.1% of the stake at rupees 934.4 per share. Then, in case of Ward Wizard Innovations and Mobility, there is an insider trade where promoter Ward Wizard Solutions India has sold 23.45 lakh shares on 30th April. So, friends, these were the key market data points to focus on for today's trade. That's it from the today's morning podcast. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Investment in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.